We've waited almost 3 years, but it's back. And tonight, Sanditon's new heartthrob is set on winning over Miss Georgiana Lamb.
It's Charles Lockhart. I dare say you've heard of him. He's a portraitist.
Good morning, Mr. Lockhart.
Ladies, may I introduce my dear friend, Miss Lamb. I thought the lamb was a little tough, but somewhat cold. I'm waiting for it to surprise me.
What do you want from me?
Isn't that obvious? That is how I see you. But maybe you could tell me how you'd like to be seen. Are you alone?
Yes.
Would you like to come in?
Good evening, Mr. Lockhart.
And Alexander Vlahos, who plays Charles Lockhart, joins me now. Hello.
Hi.
You can just look at me.
How are you?
I'm very well. It is a beautiful series. I watched the first series of it. It's just bathed in beautiful sunlight throughout. What I love is that you describe your character as the Bond. The James Bond.
I didn't describe
right?
him the James Bond. I mean, I described him as the David Bowie of Western Mere.
Oh, I like that as
but
well.
it's probably even better. No, there's the entrance that I come out of the sea.
Yeah.
Yes, it's my Daniel Craig moment.
Is it your Daniel Craig?
There we go.
I
It's
love
not
it.
quite. I'm not quite as built as him. I should probably go to the gym a bit more. But yeah, no, I get my Bond moment. But wearing a Hugh Hefner type robe and wearing a sarong of all sorts. Yeah, it's kind of great, isn't it?
It's a great character, isn't it, for you to play? This sort of mysterious sort of artist
Yeah, he's
type.
a dandy. He's a rock star. He's basically, if selfies were invented, they'd all be taking selfies.
Yes, and he's really disrupting the flow of this beautiful, quiet, sleepy place.
He's kind of ahead of his time. He's a bit too modern for the seaside resort. He's kind of I break the rules. Character breaks the rules a lot. He puts his feet on the table, smokes cigars inside. He's doesn't really care what people think, and it's kind of fun to play someone like that, you know, especially when everyone else is so buttoned up. As
yes, and you really inhabit the role, don't you? Like, did you take it a bit far on set?
Well, not too far on set, but I mean, I think it's kind of written for me in a weird way. So I kind of am Charles Lockhart in a weird way, which people know me, they probably go, yes, that's exactly you. People have said, oh, it's just you walking onto set, really, isn't it?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I grew the sideburns myself.
Apparently the sideburns have their own Twitter account.
Yes, they do. They're called Lamb and Sponge. I don't know why they're called Lamb and Sponge.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, look, Charles Lockhart's sideburns. Yeah,
the most striking and seductive sideburns in Sanditon.
Yeah, so there's no lie there, by the way.
Are they your own?
They are my own. That was the bit. So I was sat in a makeup chair, and I grew these over 2 months. And I'm walking around Bristol where it's filmed, and I'm walking around, and I look like Charles, you know.
Yeah.
And I sit in the makeup chair, and Chris Marshall's to the left of me, and Jack Fox to the right, and they're getting stick-ons. And I felt really let down by the makeup department that I had to grow my own. But hey, at least we know it's.
And what have they called? They've got a separate name.
Yeah, I think they're called lefty's called Lamb, and righty's called Sponge.
You've got lamb and sponge.
Basically, I got given lamb food and sponge cake from set, you know, lamb food and sponge dessert, and I posted a photo of it in the Twitter account and said, well, that's the name's Lamb and Sponge.
I mean, Twitter is a great, peculiar world, isn't it? It is a very peculiar
I'm on there too much.
And what I love about this is that, of course, we just saw you coming out of the sea in your sort of, you know, your Bond moment.
Yeah.
But you didn't need a body double for that. You didn't want one. But bizarrely, you needed a hand double.
Yeah, so I wish I could paint as well as Charles does in the show. But obviously, no, they had to get a professional painter in. So we did this weird thing where he'd put his hand up my sleeve. Sort of like it's like a weird magician sort of trick, where I'd have it down loose and his hand would peer by my sleeve and I would stand there sort of gesturing.
Oh, that is absolutely genius.
And he would paint everything and... Yeah, I kind of was disappointed that they didn't give me the
Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Now, it's all set in Bristol, isn't it?
Well, yeah, set
around that area.
But we're filming Bristol.
Around that area. Now, and you love that part of the world now, don't you?
I do. Well, I'm from Wales. It's 45 minutes for me to get home, which is great. But yeah, I love Bristol. Me and my wife are thinking about buying. We just got married. So
oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And we're thinking about moving to Bristol. Yeah, we loved it so much. 6 months
It's a
filming.
beautiful part of the world. Just a quick nod then to your character. At the moment, he's wooing the heiress, isn't he?
Georgiana, yes.
She's very, very hard to nut to crack.
Yes.
Your character isn't quite as charming, is he, as we think?
No, well, you can catch all the episodes on ITV.
Yes, exactly.
How do I avoid this question without giving too much away? No, it's not all he seems to be, but, there's an argument to be made that his intentions are true right now.
right now. They're
right
true.
now in episode
Do you know
3 or
what it
4.
sounds like? Sounds a bit like Love Island.
Yes, exactly.
Your intentions are true right now.
Right.
In 5 minutes, nobody knows.
That's Charles
Nobody
Lockhart
knows.
for you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much. What a joy to see you. The episodes. Sanditon continues on at 9 p.m. on ITV tonight. But if you can't wait, you can binge all of the series, 1 and 2, right now on the ITV Hub. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.